This is what actually turns women on, according to science. We're often told it's all about looks, fashion, grooming, and that perfect smile. But what if I told you that's just the surface, that what actually turns women on goes much deeper? It's not about how much you flex at the gym or how sharp your suit is. There are scientifically proven subtle behaviors that get us going, and today I'm going to lay them out. Welcome to Infinite Wisdom, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. The best part, you don't need to look like a movie star to get it right. It's all about your mindset, your energy, and your ability to understand these simple but powerful signals. Let's dive into them. Point one, intimacy wrong way to approach intimacy. Most men approach intimacy like it's a checkbox to be ticked off, thinking if they take her out for a fancy dinner or give her a surprise gift, they'll somehow win her over. The problem with this, it's surface level. True attraction isn't about grand gestures or rushing to physical closeness. Physical touch matters, yes, but if it's not supported by a deeper emotional connection, it's hollow. You see, intimacy isn't only about holding hands or sharing a kiss. It's about making her feel heard and valued in ways that create emotional closeness. When a woman allows herself to be vulnerable, it's because she trusts that you'll reciprocate her feelings and provide her a safe space. If you're constantly focused on impressing her with flashy actions or rushing the connection, you'll miss the deeper, richer bond that could truly grow. Women crave intimacy that feels organic, grounded in a place of trust and not just a transaction of affection. What to do instead of trying to rush the connection with grand gestures or empty compliments, invest in quiet moments where both of you can open up. Emotionally ask her about her dreams, her fears, and her passions. It's in these moments that true intimacy is built. Not in the words you say, but in how you listen and show understanding. Share your own thoughts too. Let her see the real you, not just a polished version designed to impress. Show genuine interest in her as a person, not just as an object of attraction. When she feels seen for who she is at her core, her flaws, her beauty, and everything in between, it creates a powerful bond that goes beyond mere physicality. Women are drawn to men who don't just look at them, but who engage with them on a deeper emotional level. This isn't just about romance, this is about building a lasting connection that both parties can trust and cherish. Point two, celebrated otherness. What most men get wrong, here's a mistake. Many men make, they try to fit themselves into a mold. They believe women want to see whether it's dressing a certain way, adopting particular mannerisms, or trying to think and act in a way that aligns with some ideal. They end up losing their authenticity. The problem is, when you're not being true to yourself, you're never going to fully attract the right person. You'll attract a version of yourself that you think they want, not the real deep connection that comes from showing up as your true self. And honestly, this leads to frustration. Women can sense when a man isn't being authentic, and no matter how much effort you put into mimicking someone else, it won't create the connection that comes from genuine, raw individuality. So stop worrying about meeting an imaginary standard and just focus on being real. What to do. Instead of trying to conform, celebrate your individuality. Lean into what makes you unique. Your interests, your passions, your quirks. Show her that you're comfortable in your own skin, unapologetically yourself. When you do this, something remarkable happens. Not only do you become more attractive to her, but you also become more confident in yourself. The key to attraction is not in blending in, it's in standing out. Women are drawn to men who are secure enough to be themselves without trying to be someone else. This confidence isn't about being arrogant. It's about recognizing your worth without the need for validation from others. Let your uniqueness shine, and you'll not only earn her admiration, but also elevate your own self-esteem. After all, being your true self makes you not just more attractive to women, but also more powerful in every area of life, whether it's in your career, friendships, or other personal relationships. So forget the trends, forget the image you think you need to project. The right woman will be drawn to the real you. Point three, object of desire affirmation. What most men do wrong. Some men overthink when trying to appeal to women. They wonder, Am I good enough? Am I impressive enough? And get caught up in whether they should be showing off their wealth status or physical attributes. But here's the thing. When you act from a place of self-doubt, it shows women can sense that in fact, nothing is less attractive than a man who isn't sure of himself if you're constantly questioning whether you're good enough. You're projecting insecurity, and that's a huge turnoff. Women want to be with someone who's comfortable in their own skin, who knows their worth without needing to prove it. It's not about your bank account or your gym results. It's about your inner confidence and the quiet, steady way you carry yourself. What to do instead: affirm your own value. Speak and act like someone who already knows they have something to offer you. Don't need to shout about it or demand recognition. It's about demonstrating it through how you carry yourself in everyday situations. This doesn't mean being arrogant or boastful. It's about being grounded in who you are. Women are naturally attracted to men who value themselves. When you carry yourself with dignity and self-respect, you naturally attract the same from others. Confidence is magnetic. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about embracing who you are. And the more you do that, the more others will be drawn to you. Your self-assuredness speaks volumes more than anything you could say or do to try to impress. Point 4, emotional security and feeling cherished. What most men get wrong. A lot of men fall into the trap of thinking that material gifts or grand gestures will create lasting attraction while nice things are appreciated. They don't build the kind of connection that will keep a woman engaged over time. The truth is, emotional security is what women crave. It's about creating a space where she feels valued, safe, and understood. Too often men focus on external surface-level efforts, buying gifts or trying to impress with things that can be easily replaced. But real emotional security comes from offering your presence, your understanding, and your consistency. Women need to feel that they can lean on you emotionally without fear of judgment or rejection. What to do instead show her that you are her safe space. Listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart when she shares her thoughts. Listen deeply, ask follow-up questions, and show genuine engagement. Don't just nod your head and move on. Take the time to validate her feelings. Be emotionally available not just when things are easy, but especially when she's going through something difficult. The more emotionally present you are, the more secure she'll feel with you. This sense of security is one of the most powerful things you can offer. It's not something that can be bought or faked when a woman feels cherished for who she truly is, both in her strength and her vulnerability. It deepens the emotional connection, and that connection, that's the foundation for attraction. That last point 5, unpredictability and a bit of mystery in interactions, what most men do. Wrong predictability is the silent killer of attraction. Many men fall into a routine, texting the same messages, going to the same spots, and saying the same tired compliments over and over again. While consistency can be valuable, excessive predictability kills excitement. It's like eating the same meal every day. Eventually, it becomes bland and uninspiring. When you settle into a predictable rhythm, the spark fades, and here's the kicker. Women are not just looking for stability. They crave excitement, the thrill of something new when every interaction feels like the last one. The connection can become flat and ultimately unmemorable. So if you're finding that things are starting to feel stale, it's time to shake things up. What to do? Instead, what can you do? Instead, add a little unpredictability into your interactions. Keep her on her toes, but in a way that feels fun and intriguing, not manipulative or overly mysterious. Do something unexpected, whether it's planning an impromptu date, showing up with something thoughtful, or sharing a surprising perspective that she didn't expect from you. Unpredictability doesn't mean being unreliable. It means keeping things dynamic and exciting. Share experiences that are off the beaten path. Try new activities together or introduce fresh ideas into your conversations. This element of surprise can reignite the connection and make each moment with you feel like an adventure. Mystery doesn't have to be about keeping secrets. It's about maintaining a sense of freshness and intrigue in your interactions. The more spontaneous and unexpected you are, the more you'll hold her interest. Keep the energy between you two alive and make sure it never feels like you've got her all figured out. When she's intrigued, when she feels like she's always discovering something new about you, that's when true attraction can flourish. Bonus point: showing up without expectations, what most men do wrong. A lot of men approach interactions with women with an underlying expectation, whether it's a compliment, physical affection, or approval they give to get. And that's where the problem lies. This creates a transactional dynamic where every action is measured by what's expected in return. It can feel forced, insincere, and it often leads to disappointment when the desired outcome doesn't materialize. Women pick up on this energy when a man is only doing things for the reward. It's obvious and it's a turn-off attraction, grows from genuine connection, not from trying to manipulate the situation into something transactional. The focus should never be about what you can get out of it, what to do instead. Instead, show up without any expectations, be fully present and engage in the moment without keeping score. Do things because you genuinely enjoy her company, not because you're seeking validation. Women are drawn to men who aren't constantly looking for approval or needing to be validated. When you're secure in who you are, your interactions naturally feel more authentic. You become the kind of person she wants to be around, not because of what you want from her, but because of what you bring into the relationship emotionally. You're not there to get something, you're there to share, to connect, and to enjoy the experience. For what it is, this creates a much stronger, more meaningful bond. One that isn't driven by hidden agendas, but by mutual respect and trust. The more you can show up without expecting anything in return, the more you'll find that the connection deepens naturally. To recap, here's what we've learned today about turning women on. First, intimacy is about emotional connection, not just physical touch. Second, embrace your unique self and don't try to conform. Third, always affirm your value. It's about confidence, not arrogance. Fourth, create emotional security and cherish her for who she is. Fifth, keep things exciting with unpredictability and a bit of mystery. And finally, remember, show up without expectations, just as your true self. These are the scientifically backed behaviors that women truly find irresistible. Leave a simple comment to show you made it to the end. Just write, "I'm ready," and let us know you've stuck with us. Like the video to support our growth. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. We appreciate our loyal community members, and we'll see you back tomorrow with another video. Don't forget to check out the recommended video on your screen. It's packed with more valuable insights you won't want to miss. See you next time.